What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Ollie Out Show, sponsored by the One Football app for all your up-to-date footballing news. Make sure you scroll down into the description, download the app and enjoy. And that's if you haven't already. You should have already. Man's been doing this for a little while now. The app bangs. Yeah, Ollie Out Show again. We're going to keep doing these. I don't know what volume this is, fam. But turn it all the way up, innit? Because I'm tired of this fraud, innit? Today was a very funny day because I did say when Bruno comes in, I'm worried for a minute because he's coming into an unsettled team, and I felt sorry for the guy today. Let's just get to the nitty gritty, innit? Bruno come in, yeah, had to sacrifice himself for the team after about, I'd say, after about 40 minutes because he realised that he weren't getting on the ball as a number 10. Because Andreas Pereira's in the midfield. Can't get the ball to him. So if we can't get the ball to the number 10, how are we getting the ball to the number 9? Enough of these dickheads online, because that's what they are. Dickheads that don't know anything about football. Talking rubbish about Martial this, Martial that. How are we meant to get our forwards on the ball if we can't even get our number 10 on the ball? He was so frustrated, yeah, that he dropped into the double pivot, ended up moving Andreas forward, and that basically took away all of our attacking threat. The only real shots that we had on target were long-range shots from Bruno. So, if this is the case, imagine how a Paul Pogba feels, yeah, playing in that double pivot to accommodate the crap that's around him for nearly 3+ years. And he was still getting assists from that deep position, and that shows you how good Pogba actually is. Because Bruno playing that far back actually nullified most of what he done, and he didn't really get to create anything because he was too far away from everything happened. That's testament to Pogba's ability to play 40-yard passes and split defences. But then man were blaming Pogba, saying, oh, yeah, he's rubbish and he ain't done nothing. Bro, if Bruno plays there for the rest of the season, he ain't going to do nothing there either. No, there's no player in world football that can affect this Manchester United team from that deep, bruv. And Paul Pogba's done a good enough job for that. So, for them man there talking rubbish about Pogba, there's the proof is in the pudding, innit? No De Bruyne, no one ain't doing nothing from there. Man's having to sacrifice himself for clowns like Andreas Pereira. Bruno Fernandes, natural leader, you saw him there shouting. He gave Dan James a bollocking. Why? Because Dan James is crap, bruv. I'm not holding back today. Dan James is trash. All pace, nothing else, bruv. Straight line merchant. Ain't even got a trick to go past a man. Kick it down the line, head down, fam. He's rubbish. The amount of times he was making runs inside, yeah, and calling for the ball when there's 3 men around him, like say he's got skill to beat man. He had the least amount of touches on the pitch, I think, in the end. And it took that wally of a manager like 80-something minutes to take him off. Brother. Yo, this team's funny, you know. People thought one man coming in was going to change the whole pattern of play. United, without Bruno today, would have probably had no shots on target and it would have been the same old crap. And then what? Second half, what did Ollie do? Man switched Andreas Pereira to the left wing, bro. What the hell did he do out there? What did he do on the left wing? I'm just laughing at this whole situation. Mata played on the right-hand side, spent all of his game centrally. Wan-Bissaka was left, a 1-on-2 going forward. So he's having to beat 2 players to get a crossing. And then people are saying, oh, Wan-Bissaka can't attack, he can't go forward. There's no balance in this team. So because there's no right winger, our right back is having to do tricks and go past people to get a cross off. Right back should be overlapping and then putting in crosses first time. But because there's no one to link with, my man's having to beat players to get crosses off. That's down to the tactics, that's down to the manager, that's down to the team selection, that's down to the lack of attacking shape. That's what that's down to. The reason why Wan-Bissaka is under so much pressure to attack on his own is because there's no one else on the right-hand side. And even when there is, there's no one linking with him. There's no one to link with Martial when he does come short to get the ball into feet. More times, it don't come. Second half, before Martial moved out to the left wing, before Greenwood came on, he had 5 touches in 20 minutes. 5 touches. No, I think it was 25 minutes. That's not his fault. That's because these pricks couldn't get the ball to him. But then man are saying, oh, Martial's having a stinker. How's man having a stinker if he's not seeing the ball, blood? It's not his fault he's not seeing the ball. He's the furthest man forward. So if he's not seeing the ball, then man need to look at everything else that's going on before the ball gets to him. But as usual, man want to use him as a scapegoat. These man don't know shit about football. So any man coming with the Martial slander in my Twitter today just got muted. You man don't know nothing about football. I'm not engaging. I'm not engaging with man that don't know nothing about football. Because they always say if you have an argument with a fool, people can't tell who's who, blood. So man ain't arguing with these idiots. 100%. You think putting in a Gallo in there up front would have made any difference today? If we're not creating chances in the box, yeah, how's the striker going to score goals? It don't matter who's there. It don't matter who's there. There are a few times where Martial, Bruno and Mata were like doing little triangles, but they're the only man in the team that are good enough to be involved in those things because there's no Pogba there at the moment. Who else is going to do it, bruv? Daniel James. Do me a favour. He's dead, fam. The more I watch him, the more he's crap, one-dimensional. He ain't had a good game since September. Man nearly finished the game. The whole thing's a joke, bruv. Man go through the team today. I see man skip past Lindelof and Maguire like they weren't there, bruv. Luckily, he fluffed the finish, but fam, that's 120 million centre-back pairing. And then man just got ran through like they weren't there. The whole thing's a shambles, mate. Luke Shaw at the back, bruv. Getting forward, couldn't put in a good cross, bruv. The only decent delivery man's been involved in would have been a Domino's. Joke thing. I'm looking at him. How is this bro playing for the club? How is he playing ahead of Williams, really? We got Dallo on the bench. I said it, yeah. Dallo should have come on for Dan James early doors. Pereira should have gone off. Greenwood should have come on early doors. Only want to take too long to make the subs, bro. What is this guy playing at? I can't make no more excuses for this fool, innit? He was begging fans in the papers, oh, don't walk out on us, this, that, and the other, yeah? This guy is a Glazer rent boy. That's what he is. Make no mistake about it. I'm not separating Ollie from the Glazers because he's one of them, innit? He's done everything but change his surname to Glazer, fam. He's done everything, innit? So, man don't really care. You have to look at the football for what it is. There's no creativity. There's no attacking shape. As soon as Martial went out to the left-hand side, he had more touches in a 3-minute spell from the left than he did for his whole time playing up front previously. And that tells you that any man playing down the middle in this system is going to be starved of the ball. Starved of it. So whether he's on form or not is immaterial. It don't matter who you've got in the middle there. These men ain't going to make nothing happen. Nothing at all because there's nothing going on there. And the way this system, false nine system is, it means that the wide players are the guys that are meant to get the goals for you. Same as Liverpool. If man is going to come deep and that, if Firmino's going to come deep and receive the ball and he needs people around him to play it off. When Firmino comes into the pocket, he has Salah, he has Mane to play it off and link with. When the ball comes into Martial, he's having to control it, put his hands out, do it because there's no one to link with. And that's his fault. No, it's not. It's because these men are not drilled to play this formation properly. The wide players, either Dan James is too far out wide so that he can't get involved in the attacking when it comes into the striker, or he's too narrow and he ain't got no feet, or he's not intelligent enough to make a decent run. And then the right hand side, you got Juan Mata here when the ball comes into Martial, when Juan Mata should be out here, so we can't even pop it off and spin because there's nothing on the right hand side. Then you got Wan-Bissaka galloping forward. Then he has to get past the left winger and the left back to get a cross in. You can't even play a 1-2 with a man and go down the outside because there's no one to 1-2 with because Juan Mata's gone walkabouts and he's on the left wing now. This is why we're not creating chances. We are not creating chances. We're not creating chances because there's no striker. So when Ollie was like, I need a striker that's going to break his nose for a goal. How many chances did we create inside the box? Man could break your nose all day. How are you going to score if there's no chances? So that's again this guy talking out his arsehole. And then on top of that, my man wants to make the change. 80-something minutes. Substitutes ain't even warmed up. You know why they haven't warmed up? Because that prick wasn't going to make a change in the first place. If you know you're willing to make a change, yeah, every manager says to their boys, you know what, lads, you're coming on in 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or next time the ball goes out, you're coming on. You know well before you make the change what changes you're thinking about making. But he's sitting on the bench with flipping McKenna and Carrick talking about dinner plans or something like that. This guy don't watch the game of football. It's like the guy said, you know what, there's 8 minutes left, might as well give these lads a run out. These guys did not even warm up. Professional football, you know. The hundreds of thousands of whatever week these men are on, a man came on without a warm-up because the manager didn't even know that he was bringing them on. This is the man that's getting paid, yeah, to manage one of the biggest clubs in the world, and you man still want to support him, bruv. As far as I'm concerned, if you're still supporting Oli, bruv, again, I don't know what you're on, innit? Like, me and you can't have a conversation about football. Like, we can't, innit? Like, there's too many obvious signs that this guy is inept. I'm all for people supporting him and wanting him to do well. I want him to do well. But I've accepted the fact that that's never going to happen, innit? The only place for Manchester United is going down with this idiot in charge. I think the guy's won, drawn and lost pretty much equally the same amount of games. And this is the man you want to oversee a rebuild. What's man building? The guy's a clown. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm so incensed by this, and it was a 0-0 because everything that I've been saying, we brought in Bruno and it's still happening. Still happening. Bringing in a right winger that offers some sort of balance here and gives Wan-Bissaka help in an attacking sense would change the whole balance of the whole team chemistry immediately. It's not even about a striker. So again, shows Oli don't know jack about football, blood. Because man's talking about bringing in a striker that's going to be sniffing out chances. But what are we creating? You're a fool. You're a fool, blood. Man, I got two, Maguire and Lindelof at the back. Them man are literally the same type of centre-back. You need pace next to Harry Maguire. Them man are just getting skinned, fam. Them man look like they got a mistake or a conceded goal in them at all times. Harry Maguire feels like he needs to overplay now because I'm at Manchester United. I need to show people I'm a ball-playing centre-back. Just get rid of it, you dickhead. Do you know what I mean? Not every day take 8 touches on the ball. Pisses me off, bruv. Lindelof's just useless anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a joke. Fred just had a normal Fred game, blood. Like, he's been doing that. Do you know what I mean? Just standard, broke up the play. Very hard to get past, whatever. No complaints. Bruno did what he needed to do. Simple passing, screaming, telling people to move for him because no one's moving off their own accord because these men are brain dead. No football IQ. Man's banging shots from 30 yards and that because there's no movement in front of him. And then man wonder what Pogba's had to deal with for the last 3 years and you wonder why man wants to leave. Andreas Pereira's a joke. He's stealing a living. If that guy's at this club next season, something's wrong. Disgrace. And he's one of the guys who got a new deal. Disgrace, bruv. Terrible footballer. I said the best way to use Andreas is never play him. I said it on Flex and Rants show. Man could pull that up and wheel that up because that will not change. He's a disgrace. Forget everything I've said about him before because I saw him on loan in Spain playing in a more attacking position and I said, yo, let's give him a chance. Brother, I've seen enough. He's crap, innit? I see why Mourinho tried to play him in the number 6 because Mourinho probably said, you know what, you ain't got no pace, you ain't got no trickery, so you can't play out wide, innit? So let me try and play you in the number 6 so you can stay out of the way. And he's still ballsing up there, so he can do one as well. Do you know what I mean? Martial's not in the best vein of form at the moment, but look what he's surrounded by and look what he's playing in. Anyone would drown in this situation. And he relies on Rashford and Rashford relies on him because them two at least use their pace and trickery to kind of create things together because the team as a whole can't create for them. So when Martial's not playing, Rashford struggles. When Rashford's not playing, Martial struggles. That's why they love playing together so much. And with Pogba as well. In the last interview when Rashford said, yo, I love playing with Martial and Pogba, it's because these are the only men that give him any freedom to do anything because the team as a cohesive unit is an absolute joke. And that's down to Oli. So I'm tired of man just defending this fool, blood, because that's what he is. He's a fool. You don't know nothing about football. I don't care how you feel about him as a person, as a man. He might be I don't care. He's a fool as a football manager. I told man already, Rice Krispies box is where he got them coaching badges from. He's a disgrace. There's man on Twitter with 26 followers, yeah, that would do a better job managing that team than him. Tired of it. Man don't want to hear this. Man drew 0-0 with this Wolves team. If we were half decent, we would have clapped them. How we had 61% possession and we looked like the least likely team to score a goal? How? And the man's making them full substitutions about you putting Andreas on the left wing, bruv. Nah, fam. Man, I have to drugs test this Oli, brother, you know. That my head's gone. That man can't even do a man of the match today because it was all mediocre. It was all mediocre. There was no one on that pitch for Manchester United today that I looked at. And I was like, oh yeah, they're having a really good game. because the team stinks as a cohesive unit. It stinks. That's 100% down to the manager. Literally get him out. And man's going to say it and keep saying it until we get this fool out of here. Get him out. Flip's sake. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to talk about the game today, bruv, because my head's just hot right now. Do you know what I'm saying? So man's just going to keep it short and sweet, mate. He can piss off. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of his lack of footballing knowledge. I'm tired of all this nonsense. What happened to that walkout today? Of course it didn't happen, because these men are just all talk, fam. All talk. Man are not on nothing. All this took 68th minute, man. Man stayed. Man, I would have died waiting. I knew they weren't leaving. Man, they're not serious. And there's this talk of the money that they spent on Bruno probably going to come out the summer budget, bruv. Jokes on them, man, there, because they don't want to walk out, bruv. The Glazers are laughing at us. They didn't even turn up to the game today. I don't think Ed Woodward turned up to the game today either. Man didn't even walk out. Joke thing. Yeah, I nearly swore, boy. F all them, man, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? That's it. Bun Solskjaer, bun Ed Woodward, bun the Glazers. These men are clowns, innit? And they're making fun of all of us, innit? Like, we're all dickheads. That's what it is, man. So, bun that. Let me know what you think of the game and the points I made. I don't really care who's man of the match, because there weren't no man of the match. The game was crap. It's one of the worst games of football I've seen in a very long time. Yeah, let me know what you thought in the game today. Points made. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, big up everyone that has subscribed to the Expressions and Rants YouTube channel. We hit 10,000 subs today. Obviously, that's down to you lot. I appreciate the support. Yeah, my head's hot, so I'm just going to keep it sweet, boy, because man was just going to go on an F tirade, you get me? But I told you that already, man's trying to keep the temperature down on some of the language, you get me? But honestly, I'm fuming. It was a 0-0, yeah, but the fact that nothing's changing, and I saw Bruno go from looking like an absolute worldie to looking like a water carrier today because of the system that he's been put in and the clowns that are around him. It shows that Pogba's been working miracles, yeah, getting assists and doing these other things in this system, bro. It's a joke. Whew. Guys, I'm just going to call it a day before I say something, innit? Big up for the support as usual. Make sure you follow all the socials. And yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the rest of my evening. Big up.